real estate market's crashing, the sky is falling, everything is just completely falling apart, and I don't know what to do. Guys, I've come to a realization that yes, I am a YouTuber. I 100% market all of my business from YouTube, and I completely understand whenever people venture off and watch other channels. I have multiple subscriptions that I follow as well, but I did want to point out one thing, that you need to have a really kind of a microscope when it comes to real estate. So real estate is a very, area by area thing. And a lot of things that people are saying on the internet, they do apply to the national real estate market, but what they don't apply to is what is going on here locally, where I work here in Indian River County, Brevard County, and even all of Florida. So in this video, what I wanted to do is just take two parts of it. The first part, I'm going to talk about the Florida real estate market. We're going to have a lot of studies, a lot of predictions as to what's going to be happening in 2023. And then we're going to pull out the microscope and then take a look into Indian River County, Brevard County, as to what's going on here on the east coast of Florida, specifically this little portion that I cover. So now for the first part of this video, we're going to talk about the real estate market and what to expect in 2023 for the entire state of Florida. So as you probably know, the past few years have definitely been crazy in the real estate market. So in 2021, low interest rates fueled a buying frenzy that drove up prices to the point that many first-home buyers could not compete against. Then in 2022, mortgage interest rates more than doubled in a matter of months, making it even harder for buyers to afford homes. So what's new in store for 2023? So according to economics for the trade group of Florida Realtors, this year is expected to look more like 2018 and 2019. So with supply and demand finding more of a balance with no major correction in pricing. So that means that the typical buyer will be very well qualified, as banks aren't going to be taking on high risks. However, affordability will continue to be the major issue for first-time home buyers. So Brad O'Connor, which is the chief economics for Florida Realtors, expects housing sales to continue to be off by about 35 to 40% early this year when compared to 2022's peak. But he adds that the trend will reverse in, somewhat in the second half, as long as mortgage rates stay where they are now or begin to move lower. As you know, the bank failure over in Silicon Valley, they caused a bond frenzy, which then reflected into lower interest rates that we just saw within the last couple weeks. So I'm sure by the time this video airs, interest rates are probably going to go to a more normal level, but you should remember that whenever mortgage rates did fall about 1/4 to 0.5%, which makes it a great time right now at the recording of this video to lock in a mortgage rate. Now, I don't know when this video airs, if it will still be the same, but just so you know that too. So also, what's driving the Florida real estate market? So the state's economy is healthy and diverse, with job growth outpacing the rest of the country. So the leisure and hospitality sector is rebounding, and there is a surge in in-migration, leading to a diversified workforce. Now, however, there are challenges, including supply chain and labor market shortages, high oil and gas prices, high inflation, and prohibitive homeowners insurance rates. But O'Connor is encouraged by recent work to address the insurance issue by the Florida legislator during a recent special session. So guys who have worked with me, recently here after Hurricane Ian and the insurance prices just went crazy, people started leaving the state, insurance companies started leaving the state. A lot of you have then experienced firsthand exactly what's going on with the insurance market and how expensive it is to insure a home here in the state of Florida. I like to counteract that by promoting new construction. New construction has a lot of benefits and a lot of credits that the insurance company then will replace or attack down your bill for having these newer hurricane codes built, the storm shutters or maybe impact windows, extra straps on the roof, just all sorts of new building codes that are made to protect your home in the event of these high wind storms that we like to call hurricanes. As for what's next for the housing market, higher mortgage rates are likely to discourage both would-be buyers and sellers from making a move in 2023. So Florida Realtors predict that the situation will lead to fewer pending sales and as a result, fewer closed sales. But a softening in prices is possible as sellers are forced to accommodate buyers facing higher rates. If you're considering buying or selling a home in Florida in 2023, it's important to stay informed about the market and work with a qualified real estate professional who can help you guide you through the process and through this crazy market that we're dealing with now. Also, now let's take a closer look at some of the factors that could impact the Florida real estate market in 2023. So first, let's talk about interest rates. So as we mentioned earlier, mortgage interest rates rose sharply in 2022, making it more difficult for buyers to afford homes. homes. However, the Federal Reserve has indicated that it plans to continue raising interest rates gradually in order to curb inflation, which is not working, as we all know. But I am not part of the Fed. I have no influence over the Fed, so oh well. But I digress. So this means that the mortgage rates could continue to rise in 2023, although the pace of increases is expected to be slower than in 2022. This could further discourage buyers and lead to fewer sales there. And second, let's talk about supply and demand. So Florida has been experiencing a housing shortage in recent years, particularly in desirable areas like the beach towns, like where we are, and major cities. So, and there also has been driven up prices and made it harder for buyers to find affordable homes within that and for that reason. So you guys hear me talk about how Indian River County caps the growth and not a lot of new construction projects are going on here in or within the county. So that is the major reason why this county alone, which we'll find out in just a second, is having such a boom and not seeing the adjustment of the other places like we're seeing in Austin, Texas, Boise, Idaho. Those sort of places are definitely seeing a softening and a correction while Indian River County stays and remains strong. So however, the supply of homes for sale is expected to increase somewhat in 2023 as more sellers become motivated to list their homes and the pace of new construction picks up. This could help to balance the market somewhat and ease the upward pressure on prices. Now, third, let's talk about the economy. So as we mentioned earlier, Florida's economy is healthy and diverse, with job growth outpacing the rest of the country. So this is a positive sign for the real estate market, as job growth is a key driver of housing demand. Now, I know we're in Florida. A lot of you who may be even watching this video are retirees or thinking about retiring. That is the majority of phone calls that we have. So I don't know how much this factors into the real estate market in Florida, but it definitely is something that was, found out in this study and they wanted to mention. So, however, there are still some challenges facing the state's economy, such as supply chain and labor market shortages. These factors could impact customer confidence and make buyers more hesitant to make big purchases like homes. Now, fourth, let's talk about demographics. So Florida has long been a popular destination for retirees, like we just talked about, and second home buyers, so seasonal residents. This is a trend that is expected to continue in 2023 and for the rest of time, I believe. In-migration from other states is also a major factor driving the real estate market, as more people are looking to relocate to Florida for its warm climate, low taxes, and overall quality of life. This could lead to increased demands for homes in certain areas, much like where we are, and particularly those who are popular with retirees and vacationers like Vero Beach, Sebastian, Palm Bay, Melbourne. Everywhere that we cover, that kind of falls into that category because we are there on the coast. So what should you do if you're thinking about buying or selling a home in Florida in 2023? Here's a few tips. So first of all, work with a qualified real estate agent professional like myself who has experience in the Florida market. I can help you navigate the complexities of the market and find you the best deals, even though deals right now aren't necessarily what's being available at the moment. But oh well, we still have to work with what we have. Stay informed about the real estate trends and conditions, and keep an eye on the interest rates, like what we're going to go over here in a minute, with the local market, the inventory levels, the demographic shifts, and get a sense of where the market is headed. Third, be prepared to act quickly. The Florida real estate market moves fast, and you have to be ready to make an offer or accept an offer at a moment's notice. And finally, be patient. So I know I just said make an offer, be decisive, but also you need to be patient. Real estate markets are cyclical and there are always ups and downs. So if you're in it for the long haul, you can ride out the fluctuations and come out ahead in the end. So really, to wrap this all up in conclusion, the Florida real estate market is expected to see some changes in 2023 as interest rates rise, supply and demand find more of a balance, and the state's economy and demographics continue to evolve. So if you're looking to buy or sell a home in Florida, make sure to stay informed and work with a qualified professional and be prepared to act quickly and patiently. So now we're going to go ahead and dive into the second section where you're going to come with me. We're going to kind of pop up into my laptop here, which is sitting right there. We're going to dive into it and go over Redfin Data Center, which you guys can log into now if you wanted to follow along, or just click around and check other counties of Florida. You can do that with me now. But right now we're going to cover Indian River County, Brevard County, and we might even go south to St. Lucie and Broward there too. But let's do that right now. Alrighty, now we're in the Redfin Data Center. So Redfin here up in the top, all you have to do is go to Google, type in Redfin Data Center, and that's going to take you to where I am right now. So first, let's go ahead and bring out the microscope and talk about the smaller region that we cover, starting with Indian River County, where I personally live. So we're going to go ahead and do this to county, change this to 12 weeks just to get a longer running, and then Indian River County. Boom. Let's go ahead and do that now. So median sales price, look at that. The blue line here, 2023, the black line is 2022. Let's go ahead and ignore 2021 because that is just so far down. Where are we at? We were trending 8%. We're at 6% now. So $360,000 median sales price in Indian River County when compared to, let's see, that's the same with 338. What I want you to focus on, not necessarily the median sales price, but I want you to see that the blue line is clearly above the black line at about 6% from, December 12th to March 5th here. So that is one thing. Let's go ahead and go down to our neighbor to the south, which is St. Lucie County. Again, we have an increase year over year of 8% at 366 median sales price compared to 340. So that is another one where the blue line is obviously sitting a lot higher than the black line, which indicates 2022 prices. And then we will continue to do this again. So now let's talk about Brevard County. So Brevard County is our neighbors to the north, which is Palm Bay and Melbourne, also an area we cover. 9% higher, so 348 versus 320. So we're at 348 versus 320. Another one, here we go. So 318 versus 348,000. So that's another year over year increase of 9%. So we had 6%. What was it, 8%, 9%? And we could just keep going. This is a trend that will last all up and down the east coast of Florida. But now what I kind of wanted to talk about too in this video is the fact that you're watching a lot of YouTubers, you're watching the news, you're seeing how the sky's falling everywhere else. But I'm telling you right now, I wanted to pull out the data and the stats to show you that that is not the case here in this part of Florida that we are on the east coast of Florida, the coastal areas. Still very desirable, still putting a ton of deals together, a lot of contracts, and things are not as negotiable as you may seem or as you may think. And I completely understand because it is everywhere. The sky is falling everywhere. The market's crashing everywhere. We could see that on just about every other YouTube channel, but I'm here to pull it out and show you here where in Indian River County, Brevard, and St. Lucie, kind of where we are, that these are all wrong in this area. This is absolutely still a wrong statistic. We are over the numbers where we were last year. We are definitely over here, 9% there in Brevard County, 6 in Indian River, and then St. Lucie, I believe, was around 8. So now I want to show you where these YouTubers are getting their data and then why they're saying what they are, because they're not wrong. You're not listening to anyone who is talking about the real estate market in specific areas. It's just more so national knowledge and national data. So let's go change this to Metro and let's talk about some of the hottest markets in the market or hottest areas whenever the market was on fire. So first one is going to be Austin, Texas. Austin, Texas metro area. Check that out. Look at that blue line. It was just about even, just down by 1% in the beginning of the year. Now we're at negative 8%. So take the St. Lucie County number where we are above, and then Austin, Texas is falling negative 8% at 449,000 for median sales price versus 487,000 this same time last year. So I have to go up with my mouse to find the 2022 numbers, which is pretty crazy. Also, let's go ahead and do this again. Let's do Boise. So Boise, Idaho, let's click that. Ooh, another sharp drop that we're seeing here. Negative 9% this time. So 447 median sales price go up versus 491,000 in 2022. So 2023, 447, negative 9%. Now remember, here in Florida, it was all positive and these same numbers were applying with this. So Florida is very different than what you're hearing in the market. Don't come here shopping thinking that things are going to be as negotiable as they are in these areas. It is still a very hot market. Things are moving very quickly and we're getting a lot of deals under contract quickly around the asking price. So what I've been seeing from a lot of clients who have been working with me is that they want to start off by lowballing because they see that everywhere else and they're hearing on YouTube from all these different YouTubers that the sky is falling, the market's crashing, and now it's a buyer's market. Well, it may be a buyer's market where you're coming from. It may be a buyer's market according to YouTube and according to these YouTubers. Now, I'll tell you a little bit of secret about that in just a second, but here it is not that. You are you know, if you come here right now at the time of this recording, you try lowballing a reasonably priced house that just hit the market, you are not going to get an answer. If you do get an answer, it's going to get a counter within, you know, right about the asking price, if not the asking price, almost every single time. The negotiations, you can get a little bit more in your favor. It is starting to lean that way slightly. You know, it's not as hot. People aren't banging down the doors to get into Florida offering over asking price anymore, but it is not a, I can offer $50,000, $100,000 under asking and then get it every time type of market here. So I wanted to point that out. It's definitely getting tiring for the realtors here in this area to deal with buyers who think that they have that kind of negotiation power in this part of Florida. You're going to get beat every single time by someone who actually wants to be here, who wants to move here. So that's my first tip there for you. Also wanted to kind of point out too that the big YouTubers out there right now, they get their clicks, their views by fear mongering. So fear mongering is just talking about the negative all the time because that is what gets clicks on YouTube. You see, you know, one thumbnail saying that the real estate market is normal in this part of Florida. You're going to scroll past that. And then you see someone with like their hands like this, and there's fire in the background, and they're saying that everything's collapsing. You know, you have the opportunity to buy now. You're going to click that because now it's an optimistic thing for you who's been waiting for this to happen. You're clicking that, wanting to hear the data, getting fed all this information, and then now taking it to parts of the country where things are still selling at top dollar and moving very quickly. And that's where we are in Indian River County, Brevard County, and St. Lucie County. Everyone still wants to be here. At least at the time of this recording, we are getting a lot of things moving. It's still a very active market. So that is my 2 cents with that. Sorry if I'm getting a little bit carried away with that as well. Now, you also might be thinking that this could be, kind of isolated towards the bigger areas, right? Maybe Miami, Florida is an exception. Is Miami too big? Is it the big metropolitan areas that are seeing this adjustment? Can I still move to those areas and see that price decrease? No, you can't. So I'm going to show you right here. So we're still under region of metro, and let's go ahead and type in Miami, Florida. Miami, Florida, look at that. The blue line's even going higher here at 7%, $473,000 for the median sales price in the Miami metro area, which is a 7% increase year over year. So you guys, you can go on your computers, you can type in Redfin Data Center, see exactly, where it is you're looking to move. Even if it's not in my part of Florida, you could type it in and see what the adjustments are and what the market is like in those parts of Florida by doing this. This is available to everyone. Redfin has access to all of the MLSs across the entire country. So you should be able to get all of that data in live time, just like you have access to the MLS, and see what's going on before making your decision to move to a certain area. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope I didn't, it was mostly passion in this video from what I've been seeing. And I want you guys to come in prepared whenever you start shopping for that Florida home. So again, if you like this video, if you like the information, please make sure to subscribe. I wanted to get all of the information, non-biased and also a little bit biased because I'm here and I'm seeing it, all that information in one video for you guys so you're prepared for what you are going to be doing whenever shopping here on the East Coast of Florida. Again, if you have any questions or concerns, reach out to me. My information is going to be down in the description below, possibly here on the screen, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye.